The chamber was silent for a moment, the kind of silence that doesn't come often in Parliament. Everyone leaned forward, eyes fixed, as one Tory MP rose from his seat. His voice was calm, but the words cut through the air like a blade. He claimed to have proof that Sir Keir Starmer's most repeated promise was nothing but a lie. No one expected what came next. Papers were waved, accusations hurled, and the atmosphere shifted from orderly debate into pure chaos. It wasn't just another political argument. This was a direct strike at the very core of Starmer's image, and it sent shockwaves through the entire House. The story began weeks earlier, behind closed doors. Whispers had been circulating among Conservative backbenchers, rumours that Starmer had quietly contradicted his own pledges. The problem wasn't just the usual political flip-flop. This was bigger. This was about trust. And so the Tory MP gathered his evidence, waiting for the right moment to drop the bombshell. When he finally spoke, the chamber erupted. He accused Starmer of misleading the public over his most prized claim, that he stood firmly by the principles he built his leadership on. The MP didn't just speak in vague terms. He read from a leaked document, his voice rising with each word. The paper revealed a private conversation where Starmer allegedly admitted that one of his central promises was never meant to be kept, that it was a strategic pledge only designed to win over certain voters. Gasps filled the hall. Some MPs shouted in anger, others demanded to see the document themselves. Labour benches tried to drown him out, calling it fabrication, but the damage was already done. The story had been unleashed. Starmer stood, trying to defend himself, his tone measured, but his face showing signs of strain. He denied the allegation outright, accusing the Tories of spreading lies to distract from their own failures. Yet the louder he spoke, the more restless the chamber became. Every interruption, every shout of shame or disgrace seemed to weaken his position. The speaker struggled to restore order, banging the gavel as the shouting match grew more heated. Journalists in the gallery scribbled furiously, knowing they were witnessing the kind of explosive moment that could dominate headlines for weeks. But the chaos wasn't just noise, it was strategy. For the Conservatives, this was a chance to paint Starmer as untrustworthy, to chip away at the carefully built image of a man of principle. For Labour, it was a test of resilience, a fight to shield their leader from being branded a liar in front of the entire nation. The scene carried on for nearly an hour, tempers flaring and accusations flying. At one point, 2 MPs nearly came to blows before being pulled apart. The Speaker warned that members could be suspended if order wasn't restored. Yet even then, the uproar continued. When the dust finally settled, the question wasn't whether the accusation was true or false. The question was whether it would stick. In politics, perception often matters more than facts. And in that moment, with cameras capturing every word, the perception was clear. Something had cracked in Starmer's armour. As MPs filed out, whispers spread through the corridors. Was this the beginning of the end for Starmer's credibility? Or just another storm in the endless sea of political battles? No one knew for sure. But one thing was certain, the chaos of that day would not be forgotten. Politics thrives on drama, and what unfolded in Parliament that day was nothing short of theatre at its fiercest. Whether you see it as truth revealed or a ruthless attack, one thing is clear. The clash shook the very foundations of trust. The story is far from over, and in the days ahead, the fight for truth, power and survival will only grow more intense. Stay tuned, the real battle is just beginning.